When did your kid come in clutch? I got a girl pregnant at 17, and my daughter became my entire world. She's 11 now, the oldest of 3 kids I share with her mom. Their mom and I were never official, just kept falling back into each other's lives over the years. 2 more kids later, we finally called it quits. I didn't fight the breakup, but I fought like hell for those kids. For 4 years, we had a system that worked. My ex liked her freedom. She'd disappear on drinking benders she called staying young, gone for entire weekends. Fine by me. As long as she dropped the kids off when she said she would and picked them up when we agreed, I didn't care what she did. I was the one driving them to therapy every Friday after school. I'd sit in that parking lot for an hour and take them out for ice cream after, because talking about feelings is hard. I paid for the sessions out of pocket and kept every receipt in a binder. My buddy called me paranoid. I called it prepared. My daughter liked to record her therapy sessions so she could listen back later. So I bought her a phone just for that. I told her, this is only for emergencies, okay? She was so excited. Life was actually good for a while. The kids were doing better in school. My daughter was helping her little brother with reading. My youngest had just started calling me daddy, and it melted me every time. Even my ex seemed more stable. I thought we'd finally figured it out. Then 3 months ago, my ex found herself a rich boyfriend. Some guy who only dated single moms. That was his thing. Which meant my ex suddenly wanted full custody of kids she barely spent time with. The court date she had set came by fast. I walked into the courtroom ready to fight. My lawyer barely looked at me. Courts usually favor mothers, he said, straightening his tie like this was already over. Manage your expectations. The judge was worse. Every time my ex's lawyer spoke, she nodded along. Every time my lawyer spoke, she checked her watch. Then the therapist took the stand. The guy I'd been paying for the past 2 years. I sat up straighter. This was it. He knew I drove those kids every single week. He knew how much I cared. In my professional opinion, the therapist said, adjusting his glasses, the children would benefit most from stability with their mother. I felt like I'd been punched in the chest. My lawyer didn't even object. My ex smiled at me from across the room. My throat tightened. I was going to lose my kids to this. Then my daughter tugged my sleeve. Dad, she whispered, I need to show the judge something. She stood up before I could stop her. Your Honor, my daughter said, her voice small and shaky. Can I show you something? The judge hesitated, then nodded. My daughter walked to the front, holding the phone I'd bought her for recording her sessions. My mom always talks to the therapist alone before my appointments. She says it's about my progress, but she paused, looking at her feet. The judge leaned forward. What do you mean? I was gonna record my session like I always do, and I put my bag down, but mom told me to wait outside. I forgot my bag in there. She looked at me, eyes wide, like she wasn't sure if she was in trouble. Daddy, I didn't mean to record it or listen, but I think you need to listen. She hit play. The room went silent. Then my ex's voice filled the courtroom, breathless, moaning, the therapist groaning her name. The unmistakable sounds of them together echoed off the walls. My daughter stood frozen at the front, tears streaming down her face. She didn't fully understand what she'd captured, but I did. The man I'd trusted with my kids for 2 years had been sleeping with their mother the entire time. 2 years I sat in that parking lot thinking my kids were getting real help. 2 years I handed over hundreds of dollars a week to a man using those sessions to coordinate with my ex. Every single time he said my kids needed stability with their mother, he was protecting his access to her. The judge's face went white. My lawyer's mouth hung open. My ex lunged for the phone, but a bailiff stepped between them. I pulled my daughter into my arms and covered her ears. She was shaking. Did I do good, Daddy? She whispered. You did so good, baby girl. The judge called an immediate recess. The therapist tried to slip out the back door. Security stopped him before he made it very far. My daughter came in clutch. 11 years I've been trying to raise her right. That day, she showed me I did.